You know, there's something truly special about reaching your 70s and beyond. You've earned a lifetime of stories, wisdom, and hard-won lessons. You've seen the world change in ways younger generations can only imagine. But let me ask you something, have you ever been mid-conversation when a word just slips away? Or found yourself standing in front of the refrigerator wondering what you came for? Maybe you've even worried just a little that these small moments might mean your mind isn't as sharp as it once was. Well, here's the truth. Forgetfulness happens to everyone at every age. The difference is when we're younger, we tend to brush it off. But after 70, we notice it more, and that's okay. In fact, it's a good thing because it means you're paying attention. And that's the first step toward keeping your mind as vibrant and alert as ever. The best part? You don't need fancy brain games or expensive supplements to stay sharp. It's all about simple daily habits, little things you can weave into your routine that make a big difference over time. Think of it like tending a garden. You wouldn't expect a plant to thrive without sunlight or water, right? Well, your brain needs its own kind of care, and today, we're going to talk about exactly how to give it what it needs. So, let's start with the first habit, and it's one that might surprise you: movement. Now, I can already hear some of you saying, "Oh, I'm not as spry as I used to be," and that's all right. This isn't about running laps or lifting weights, unless you want to. It's about finding ways to keep your body, and by extension, your brain, active in a way that feels good for you. You see, when you move even gently, you're doing so much more than just exercising your muscles. You're sending fresh oxygen and nutrient-rich blood to your brain, almost like giving it a tune-up. Studies have shown that regular, moderate exercise, like a daily walk, some light gardening, or even chair yoga, can actually help grow new connections between brain cells. That's right. Movement doesn't just maintain your brain, it can help improve it. And here's a fun fact. Activities that combine movement with coordination, like dancing or Tai Chi, are especially powerful. Why? Because they challenge your brain to think while your body moves, which strengthens both at the same time. So if you've ever tapped your foot to a favorite song or swayed along with a grandchild in your arms, you were giving your brain a little boost without even realizing it. Now, let's talk about the second habit, and it's one you already do every day: eating. But here's the thing. Not all food is created equal when it comes to brain health. Just like a car runs better on high-quality fuel, your brain thrives when you feed it the good stuff. Take blueberries, for example. These little gems are often called brain berries because they're packed with antioxidants that help protect your brain from wear and tear. Then there's fatty fish, like salmon or sardines, rich in omega-3s, which are like superfood for your memory. And don't forget the leafy greens. Spinach, kale, and collards are loaded with vitamins E and K, which studies suggest may help slow cognitive decline. But here's what's really interesting. It's not just about what you eat, but how you eat. The Mediterranean diet, with its emphasis on vegetables, whole grains, healthy fats, and lean proteins, has been shown in study after study to support brain health as we age. And the best part? It's not a restrictive diet at all. It's simply about choosing delicious, wholesome foods that love you back. So next time you're preparing a meal, think of it as an opportunity to nourish not just your body, but your brilliant mind, too. Now let's move on to the third habit, and it's one that many of us underestimate: sleep. If you've ever woken up after a restless night feeling foggy or forgetful, you already know how closely sleep and brain function are connected. But here's what you might not realize. While you sleep, your brain isn't just resting, it's working. During those quiet nighttime hours, your brain is busy sorting through the day's memories, deciding what to keep and what to let go. It's also clearing out waste products that can accumulate, almost like taking out the trash. Without enough quality sleep, those waste products can build up, and over time, that's not good for your cognitive health. But I know what some of you are thinking. Easier said than done. I haven't slept through the night in years. And you're not alone. Sleep patterns often change as we age, but there are ways to work with those changes. For example, keeping a consistent bedtime, even on weekends, helps regulate your body's internal clock. Creating a calming pre-sleep ritual like reading a book, the paper kind, not a screen, or listening to soft music, signals to your brain that it's time to wind down. And if you find yourself waking up during the night, try not to stress. That only makes it harder to fall back asleep. Instead, keep the lights low and do something quiet, like sipping warm milk or practicing slow, deep breathing. Remember, these first three habits, gentle movement, brain-nourishing foods, and quality sleep, are like the foundation of a house. Get these right, and everything else becomes easier. And in the next part, we'll build on this foundation with more simple, powerful habits that can help keep your mind razor sharp for years to come. Because here's what I want you to know. Your brain is capable of remarkable things at any age. With just a little daily care, you can keep it clear, quick, and ready for all the conversations, memories, and joyful moments still ahead. After all, you've spent a lifetime filling that wonderful mind of yours. Let's make sure it stays as vibrant as the life you've lived. You know, when we talk about keeping our minds sharp after 70, it's easy to think it's all about crossword puzzles or memory games. And while those certainly help, we'll get to them in a bit, some of the most powerful tools for maintaining mental clarity are hiding in plain sight, woven into the fabric of our daily lives. Let's start with something we all do, often without even thinking about it: conversation. That's right, simply talking with others, whether it's a neighbor over the fence, a grandchild on the phone, or even the cashier at the grocery store, gives your brain a remarkable workout. Think about what happens during a good chat. You're listening, processing information, recalling details, and responding all in real time. It's like a full-body workout for your mind. But instead of lifting weights, you're lifting ideas and emotions. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, but I live alone. Or, I don't get out as much as I used to. Here's the beautiful thing. Technology has made it easier than ever to stay connected. Video calls, social media, or even old-fashioned letter writing can keep those conversational muscles strong. And if you're feeling adventurous, many community centers offer book clubs or discussion groups specifically for seniors. The key isn't the number of people you talk to, it's the quality of the connection. Even 10 minutes of meaningful conversation can light up multiple areas of your brain. Moving on to our next habit, let's talk about learning new things. And before you groan, hear me out. This doesn't mean you need to go back to school or master quantum physics. The brain thrives on novelty, and that can be as simple as taking a different route on your daily walk, trying a new recipe, or learning to identify birds in your backyard. Here's why this works. When you encounter something unfamiliar, your brain has to form new pathways to understand and process it. It's like blazing a trail through a forest. The more you do it, the clearer the path becomes. Studies on neuroplasticity, that's just a fancy word for the brain's ability to change and adapt, show that seniors who regularly engage in new activities maintain better cognitive function than those who stick strictly to familiar routines. Let me share a story about a woman named Margaret. At 78, she decided to learn how to use a digital camera, something completely outside her comfort zone. At first, it was frustrating. But within a few weeks, not only was she taking beautiful photos, she'd joined an online photography group and was teaching her friends what she'd learned. That's the power of embracing the beginner's mindset at any age. Now, let's discuss something that might surprise you. Purpose. Having a reason to get up in the morning, whether it's caring for a pet, volunteering, mentoring younger people, or working on a personal project, can actually help protect your brain health. Researchers have found that seniors with a strong sense of purpose show slower rates of cognitive decline and are less likely to develop memory problems. This doesn't mean you need some grand mission. Purpose can be as simple as maintaining your garden so the neighbors can enjoy the flowers, or keeping a journal of family stories for future generations. The key is feeling that what you do matters, because it does. When we engage in activities that feel meaningful, our brains release dopamine and other neurotransmitters that not only make us feel good, but help reinforce neural connections. I want to take a moment here to acknowledge something important. Some days you might not feel like doing any of this, and that's perfectly normal. The goal isn't perfection, it's gentle persistence. Maybe today all you can manage is a short phone call with an old friend. Tomorrow you might feel up to trying that new word puzzle book. What matters is that you're giving your brain opportunities to stay engaged in ways that feel right for you. Because here's what the science tells us. The brain maintains its ability to grow and adapt throughout our entire lives. Those wrinkles in your brain, they can keep forming new connections as long as you keep giving them reasons to. It's never too late to start, and no effort is too small to count. In the next part, we'll explore some final, equally powerful habits, including one that might be the most enjoyable of all. But for now, why not take a moment to think about which of today's ideas resonates most with you? Maybe it's reaching out to someone you haven't spoken to in a while, or perhaps it's considering what small, new thing you might like to try this week. Remember, every great journey begins with a single step, and your brilliant mind is worth every one. My dear friend, as we come to the final part of our journey together, I want you to picture something beautiful. Imagine your mind as a magnificent library filled with all the wisdom of your years. Every book on those shelves represents a memory, a skill, a lesson learned. Now, what we've been talking about these last few days isn't just about keeping that library standing. It's about making sure every volume remains crisp and clear, ready to be taken down and enjoyed whenever you wish. Let's dive deeper into that wonderful brain booster we touched on earlier. Laughter and play. Did you know that when you laugh heartily, you're giving your brain a complete workout? Your frontal lobe lights up as you process the humor. Your motor cortex gets involved in the physical response, and your limbic system bathes in feel-good chemicals. It's nature's perfect brain exercise. And the beautiful part? You don't need any special equipment, just a willingness to find joy in everyday moments. I want to tell you about Sarah, a 76-year-old from Florida who started attending laughter yoga classes at her senior center. At first, she thought it sounded silly, which is exactly the point. But after a few weeks, she noticed something remarkable. Not only was she remembering names better, but her whole outlook had brightened. "We start with fake laughter," she told me, "but pretty soon it becomes real. And by the time we're done, I feel 10 years younger. That's the power of purposeful play." Now let's explore stress management in more depth, because this might be the silent saboteur of mental sharpness that many of us overlook. When we're stressed, our bodies produce cortisol, a hormone that's useful in short bursts, but damaging when it sticks around too long. Think of cortisol like salt. A little enhances flavor, but too much ruins the dish. Here's a simple technique you can try right now. The 5-to-5-5 method. When you feel tension rising, name 5 things you can see around you. Identify 5 sounds you can hear. Notice 5 physical sensations. Your feet on the floor, your glasses on your nose, etc. This simple practice brings you into the present moment, quieting the stress response. Many of my clients keep a stress-busting kit handy. Maybe yours could contain a favorite photo, a scented handkerchief, or even a smooth stone to rub when needed. The key is having tools ready before stress strikes. I want to share something profound I learned from Dr. Eleanor Green, a neurologist who specializes in aging brains. The mind thrives on rhythm more than intensity. What does that mean? That doing small, consistent things every day matters far more than occasional grand efforts. Let me give you some examples of what this rhythm can look like. Morning. Wake up and stretch in bed for 30 seconds before rising. Midday. Enjoy a brain-boosting lunch, maybe salmon with leafy greens. Afternoon. Take a thinking walk where you notice details around you. Evening. Spend 10 minutes recalling the day's pleasant moments. These small beats in your daily rhythm create a symphony of cognitive health over time. And here's the best part. They're completely adaptable to your life and preferences. Before we say goodbye, I want to leave you with 3 powerful questions to consider. What brought me joy today that also engaged my mind? Who can I connect with tomorrow to share thoughts and laughter? What small, new experience can I try this week to keep my brain curious? Your answers to these questions can become the foundation of your personalized brain health plan. Remember, you're not trying to turn back the clock. You're honoring the incredible mind that has served you so well all these years while giving it the care it deserves to keep shining brightly. If you found value in our time together, I'd be so grateful if you'd share this with someone who might benefit. And if you haven't yet, consider joining our community by subscribing. We'll keep exploring ways to make these golden years truly shine. As you go forward, carry this thought with you. Every day is an opportunity to nourish your brilliant mind. Whether it's through a shared joke, a deep breath, or trying something gently new, you're writing the next beautiful chapter in your story. Here's to you, to your wisdom, your resilience, and the sharp, vibrant mind that holds it all. May your days be filled with curiosity, connection, and countless moments of joy. Until next video, keep shining.